What's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Thriller, and welcome everyone to All Elite Wrestling Review. I don't know why I'm doing it like that. Anyways, I'll be giving you AEW Dynamite results, the show from August 27th, 2020. By the way, folks, before I get into the review, I forgot to mention this was the All Elite Wrestling Review where it pertains to AEW Thursday Night Dynamite results. The show from August 27th, 2020. They were in Dave's place in Jacksonville, Florida. You have good old J.R. Jim Ross. You got Taz. You got. Well, actually, you didn't get Taz. I just remember. It was good old J.R. Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Chris Jericho. Taz had other plans, on which we'll get to. So, still no Excalibur. I'm assuming it's probably on the next Dynamite. Maybe we'll see. Or maybe All Out. Maybe they'll say from All Out. Who knows? But it's been very quiet. It's been very quiet with Excalibur after the whole debacle of his racist comments that he made years ago. That was, which by the way, he was apologetic about it years ago, and recently. Yeah, it's these what they call again? Oh yeah, these cancel cultures people. Also pertains to, this event. Crowds were back in to the arena, from 500 to 800 fans. Of what I've been told, a very good percentage of fans were there, and they were making noise. It was great. It was a breath of fresh air. It was something that needed to be done. That's something that needed to get us that feeling again. And I thought it was just fantastic. The fans, 10% capacity, capacity, capacity. I can never say it right too, by the way. Catastrophe. I try. But the point is, we got crowds. And it was a great moment here because Chris Jericho came out while you had the Young Bucks and the Natural Nightmares already in the ring. Get ready for their gauntlet match. Chris Jericho comes out, just his music, his song playing, Judas. Crowds were singing along. It was a good feeling that it ends up coming back. It was just a great feeling. And they're all chanting "Welcome back," and like, yes, welcome back. It surely beats the virtual fans. Just saying. But yeah, the Young Bucks and Matt and Nick Jackson versus the Natural Nightmares of QT Marshall and Dustin Rhodes, being accompanied by Ali, to start this gauntlet tag team match to determine who's going to win this match to face the AEW World Tag Team Champions at All Out, which is going to be on September 5th on a Saturday night, 2020. And I cannot wait. Match happens. Ends up being pretty good, with Young Bucks winning. Then the next team was Trent and Chuck Taylor, best friends. They came out to face the Young Bucks. They also have a good match too, where the best friends wins because the Hangman Adam Page came out, hold on to the ankle of Nick Jackson when they try and go for the Meltzer driver, and I believe I don't remember who it was that rolled up Matt Jackson. Had to be Trent. Yeah, it was Trent. And yeah, so best friends as advancing, and Hangman Adam Page with the look on his face that he didn't feel like he wanted to do it. He looked like he was he felt like he was sad that he had to do it, depressed that he had to do it, as he walks off into the empty spot where the crowds were not at. But yeah, I guess this is his new way of doing cowboy shit. Then we get to the final team. When I was saying to myself, wait a minute, the final team here. What happened to Jungle Express? What happened to the Butcher and the Blade? What happened to the Lucha Brothers? I mean, we have more tag teams on here. What? Only 4 were in there. Not even Private Party. Not even the tag teams that always loses, even though they shouldn't be in the match anyways. I keep forgetting what they call. Damn, now it's driving me crazy. Peter Avalon and Brandon Cutler. The Initiative. There we go. I thought we have more here in this tag team gauntlet match, but no, it was just only 4 teams. Because the final team obviously was FTR, which is Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler being accompanied by Tully Blanchard. And match happens. Ends up being pretty decent. And Chuck Taylor was favored a knee injury in this match. And I thought to myself, well, it happened in the Young Bucks match, but it started coming more effective here. And they used that as an angle. So basically, I thought at first Chuck Taylor got hurt because this was a live show, and it happened in a live show. But this ends up being part of the story. So it's the playing up of the story angle where Chuck Taylor got hurt from the knee there. But I wish they could have done another way to protect the best friends by having Santana Ortiz coming out to distract. And that's the thing, Santana Ortiz, that's not a tag team, Proud and Powerful. Why were they not in it? It was very questionable. Why have a gauntlet tag team match if you're not gonna have have some tag teams involved here? And yes, I understand. They got a shorter run on all that. So yeah, it's probably one of those situations where you can't have all the teams in there. So, but that's not here or there, I guess. Basically, I digress. So yeah, they could have done something with that one with Proud and Powerful distracting best friends, where they could look like they're gonna beat in FTR, and then nope, they decided to just go with FTR just beating them clean straight up. So yeah, but hey, in a way it's good because FTR shows how legitimate they are, because now they with them winning, they are now the number 1 contenders against the Hangman Adam Page and Kenny Omega for the AEW World Tag Team Championships at All Out. There you go. Darby Allin has some thumbtacks on his back as he puts on his trench coat. He has a paper mask of Ricky Starks on his face, like he always does with his praise. And he jumps off. Basically, he climbs on top of a bridge and leaps right off of it. And I'm like, what? Well, you guys should see how high that bridge was over down to the water. Like, what the? What would? I should be asking this because Darby Allin is crazy. He's insane. He's ludicrous. He's a loose cannon. Now I'm not trying to praise that. What the hell? Basically, the whole thing of him jumping off a bridge is to show that he's not scared of Ricky Starks. And I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. Shouldn't that be the case with Brian Cage? Because that was supposed to be the program until this whole thing with Ricky Starks happened. I don't know. And here's what makes it even worse, in a way. And you're probably saying, so me saying that during when we're talking about AEW. Yeah. AEW doesn't get a slide either. I love AEW, but they don't get a slide either. Just like I haven't given Ring of Honor a slide, haven't given a New Japan Pro Wrestling a slide, maybe just a little bit, but it's just different. Impact Wrestling, especially Impact Wrestling, and I'll be getting WWE a lot of shit, even for NXT, at the time. NXT UK, 205 Live. And those during the times while I was watching them. But here's where it doesn't make any sense here. Because they announced the Casino Battle Royal for All Out. And you say to yourself, well, that's not a bad thing. Well, yeah, it's not bad. Yeah, I agree. It's not a bad thing. But why is Darby Allin in there? I thought the whole thing of Darby Allin building up with him now in a program with Ricky Starks is going to lead to a match at All Out, 1-on-1. And then come find out that Darby Allin's going to be part of this Casino Battle Royal instead. And also, you got Lance Archer in here too. But there's always a reward for Battle Royals, unlike the WWE. And the award is winner of this Battle Royal will get a future AEW World Championship title shot. Like last year too, by the way. Remember the Hangman Adam Page? He got a future shot of the AEW World title. And Chris Jericho, who beat Kenny Omega to be in that slot too, where they was going to crown the first ever AEW World, a first ever AEW World Champion, not Tag Team Champion. Just I almost kind of screw that up. Speaking of another tag team, SCU. Why we're doing that either? I'm just saying, I'm just bringing out a lot of these different tag team names now in AEW. Just saying, we're chasing the gauntlet, the tag team gauntlet, but whatever. Lance Archer with Jake Roberts. He's walking around, and he knows someone in the crowd, which obviously is a wrestler who's playing a fan, in the front row. Don't know who it was, but to be honest, who cares? Anyone come in the path, cross paths, I meant to say, with the Murdoch Monster, everybody dies. So is his opponent. His opponent, Sean Maluna, who was on NXT. And correct me if I'm wrong, but is he also, of what I heard too, by the way, is he also part of the Anna Wines, of the Anna Wine family, of the Samoan Anna Wine family? Yeah, Sean Maluna, he's been known to a wrestler on NXT as a jobber. And the irony, he's ends up being a jobber here against Lance Archer in AEW. The irony of that. So yeah, Lance Archer, obviously, he won. After the match, Jake the Snake Roberts talking about the upcoming Casino Battle Royal. The other men that that think they have a chance or a shot, but they don't, because Lance Archer is waiting for his opportunity. He's been wanting his opportunity, to show what he's made of, and he's going to throw out 20 guys. That's going to be in the Battle Royal, excuse me. And Lance Archer says, as fast as they step in, they are going out, because everybody dies. And then Taz comes out with Brian Cage and Ricky Stark announcing that his guys will also be in the match too. And I say myself, I don't agree with Darby Allin or Ricky Starks being in this Battle Royal, because they should be having their own match at All Out. But damage been done. So Darby Allin comes out with his music playing. He's riding a skateboard to the ring. He immediately goes after Ricky Starks, and they start fighting. All of a sudden, we get Lance Archer and Brian Cage going toe-to-toe in the ring while they're being held back by their own men. Basically, Robert's holding back Archer and Taz holding back Cage. And that was it. Basically, it's teasing us. We might see something between Brian Cage and Lance Archer, which fans, they want that, by the way. I've been seeing it on Facebook. I've been seeing it on Twitter. And this is before they started doing this whole thing where they started staring each other face to face in the ring. This was like weeks and months ago. Fans wanted to see something like this happen. And be honest with you, I want to see that too. We go backstage and we see MJF, wearing a neck brace, like Andy Kaufman, and he's got a walker. Ridiculous. And MJF feels like one of the the candidates were laughing, thinks that is funny, thinks it basically says he's not better and everything, and that was it. Basically, he was talking to Lee Johnson, and I like Lee Johnson didn't even laugh. Whatever. We see a video package hyping up the AEW Women's World Champion Hikaru Shida versus the NWA Women's World Champion Thunder Rosa, and you have Billy Corgan doing a voiceover during this whole thing. Who's who's the owner of NWA, National Wrestling Alliance, and yeah, it was nice hearing Billy Corgan's voice after NWA has not been around since the pandemic's been going on, and I love that AEW and NWA is working together, doing this too. The AEW's Women's Champion and NWA's Women's Champion happening at All Out for under the umbrella of AEW. So Tony Khan and Billy Corgan, props to both of them for coming to agreement of working things out, and doing business together. That's good. I want to see more wrestling companies to do business with each other. Like I want to see AEW and New Japan work together. I want to see AEW and Ring of Honor work together. Something that Mark Skrull has been trying to do. NWA to work with, and to do something with AEW, even Impact Wrestling. Speaking of Impact Wrestling, the violence is coming to AEW. So, let's see if I get that. The violence is coming to AEW. He's all about violence. Just say that's the only hint I'm going to give you. But yeah, but I love the video package too, because Donna Rosa's video package came from NWA, for a time at NWA. When she was being built up to be a legit contender as a women's wrestler in NWA, and with her winning on the NWA Women's Championship, and also they obviously they did also a video package about Hikaru Shida too as well, because it's about both of them. And finally, we get to the contract signing between Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa, and it's official. It's officially done, and I can't wait, folks. I cannot wait. These two are gonna have the best match on that show all out. This match is gonna go, no point intended, all out when we get there. And I cannot wait. This is the match I'm looking forward to seeing. I mean, there's other matches I'm looking for. I'll be looking forward to as well. But this one is the one I'll be looking forward to the most. My number one match I'm looking forward to the most is this match. Hikaru Shida defending her AEW Women's World Championship against the AEW Women's Champion, the NWA Women's Champion, excuse me, in Thunder Rosa. So we get to another contract signing that falls all out. But this one ends up being way longer than the women's contract signing. And that was for the AEW World Championship contract signing between the challenger, MJF, and the AEW World Champion, Jon Moxley. So, MJF slowly gets into the ring because he's wearing on that brace. He's got a walker because he felt the effects of the paradigm shift. That's a dangerous move. And he's got his lawyer there, and I already forgot the lawyer's name. I'm pretty sure the lawyer's name says this here. I guess we're good to that. But in the meantime, while MJF's is in the ring we're waiting for Jon Moxley. Here comes Jon Moxley, and Jon Moxley was looking happy. I mean, he doesn't show a happy face, but you could tell he looks with that that look on his face, he looked like he was happy, or feel happy in a way, because the fans were finally back. Not all the fans are back, but the fans are back in the crowd. And so also we get to MJF, sitting on your side of the table, while Moxley is on the other side of the table, and basically Oh, by the way, the commentators knowledge that John Moxley is number one in this year's PWI 500. Ever since 2015 or 2014 or maybe 2016, I'm trying to remember what year it was, but ever since PWI had Nikki Bella number one at that time, around that year, I can't take them seriously. Yeah, John Moxley may be number one, which he deserves it. But ever since that whole thing with whole thing with Nikki Bella being number one, I basically I'm assuming we're just women's wrestling, because we're just onto wrestling in general, pro wrestling in general. I couldn't take that seriously anymore, because they're sucking the dicks of WWE. They even had John Cena at one point be number one because of his United States Open burial at the time. Because fans were pulling over it. Oh, John Cena having his best matches ever, and blah blah blah. But PWI, they give it to John Moxley. Good, because he deserves it. Just saying. MJF's lawyer said, it's time to do the right thing, Moxley. And then MJF immediately signs the contract, and then Moxley isn't so fast. Basically MJF says to Moxley, saying, not so fast, Moxley. Says to most contract signing in the brawl after Moxley Gutless attacked him from behind. He's going to hold off, and he tells Moxley to show social distancing, kind of like his hairline. And then Moxley said to him, "You'll get there too one day. You just need to hit puberty first." Moxley said that to MJF. But yeah, MJF, he's gonna get there too, and I got him there too. I've been gotten there since around 2015, either 2015 or 2016. It was one of those years that if I came call up to me, and I'm still in my 30s. So what was I? Besides this, anyways, let me just move on. MJF says crazy one trick pony, and says that MJF had MJF said this may have been wrong about the champ. He's good, real good, and actually badass. And he brings up Mike Tyson being backstage at one show, saying that he wouldn't want to be in the dark alley with Moxley. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Mike Tyson would have said something like that. Oh, John Moxley. No offense to John Moxley, but But then, in fact, Mike Tyson should say the same thing about Orange Cassidy. Just saying. But says that All Out, they won't be in the alley. They will be in a pro wrestling match. Moxley is in danger because MJF is a wrestling prodigy. He will pinpoint Moxley's weakness and use every aspect of the ring of his advantage. Says that Moxley will want him in his territory, the stairs, the near tables, and the guardrails. MJF continues that Moxley just studied guys like Sandman, New Jack, and Ortina, and John, hot garbage. Basically, I'll say this: Sandman, not a good, not a decent, not a very good wrestler at all, obviously. But his character, speaks. His character, Sandman's character overall is something that to be praising. Drinking beer, smoking, cigarettes and everything. Not that I smoke or anything. I do drink though, but not like Sandman though. Sandman, he's a alcoholic, like Stone Cold. Um, and yeah, but that Sandman was never a wrestler. He's more of a brawler. New Jack was the same thing. Except for one thing, New Jack, fuck New Jack. Just saying. As far as Ortina, oh, MJF, had no idea. Ortina will, even though he would have taken care of MJF, like is gonna take care of him at All Out. That I keep pronouncing the name wrong, by the way. I think it was Ortina, Ortina or Artina. I'm trying to remember how you pronounce his name. But anyways, but then MJF says, he studies on the other hand, Buddy Rogers, Tully Blanchard, and yeah, I'm kind of surprised that he didn't mention Ric Flair, Dino Hernandez, or even a Nick Bockwrinkle, where tends to always wearing suits and everything. But hey, Buddy Rogers is good. Tully Blanchard was also good too. So MJF says that after the pay-per-view, he'll hold the title unless Moxley isn't man enough to beat him, unlike the Paradigm Shift. And in case that if that's not the case, maybe you should tell that palm on the table, or he'll sue Moxley. I called on the lawyer. I can't remember how he said it from there. And it tells him to sit down. Hmm. It was something about what MJ said about Moxley's wife. Clear, Renee Young. He said something about Renee Young. Basically saying, "Oh, his wife, Moxley's wife." And then also the Lord tells Moxley to stay right there, or you're going to be sued. Oh wait, I skipped it. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry, folks. I skipped it. Okay, here we go. Maybe you should tell that hot little wife of yours that I'm single. That's what he said. And then that's when Moxley got off the seat, tried to go after him. And then that's where the lawyer said, "Yo, you better not move. Stay right there, or otherwise you will be sued for everything that you got." So yeah, I read wrong. My apologies, folks. Yeah, so that was what it was. I skipped it, folks. My apologies for that. So yeah, so Moxley, he holds together, and then he says he'll sign the contract and says that remember two things, MJF, nothing you say matters, and nothing that Moxley signs matters, and tells that MJF on September 5th, he's a dead man. Yeah, because you brought up Moxley's wife. Yep, you're a dead man, and obviously Moxley's gonna win. Anyone thinks otherwise? Well, we'll see what happens at All Out. Moxley signs it, and MJF is so happy and everything. Even his campaign people are happy. His lawyers happy, and they're saying, "Oh, you're an idiot. You're stupid, and all that." And Moxley was laughing and all everything. It's like, um, the lawyer says, there's only 16 paid. I mean, Moxley says, let me see what he said after that. He signed it. So they're laughing and everything, and then it's like, basically, Moxley brought up something about page 17, and then MJF and the lawyers like, wait, page 17? No, there's only page 6. There's only page 16. And then they look at that there was page 17, and then Moxley said, how could you sign something while reading the whole thing, So Moxley says, on the next episode of AEW Dynamite, which is going to be the go home show, the lawyer of MJF is going to wrestle Jon Moxley on that show. And if he doesn't show up, then MJF loses a shot at All Out. Who's the idiot now, huh? Oh man, that was good. But the thing is about the segment was good, but it went way too long, way too long. So all right, so let me get to a backstage segment where Santana Ortiz talks about best friends, only asking for some lame apology after what they did about destroying Trent's mom's van. Ortiz said that they will apologize to their that their mom was that she wasn't in the van when they destroyed it. So they basically did not really apologizing at all about the whole thing. Also, we go backstage and we see Eddie Kingston says that everyone in the internet is talking about Kingston's group being a stable. Says that these guys are his people and they are about championships and that's what and that's excuse me and that's what he's going to show them. So we get the Lucha Brothers, Pentagon Jr. and Ray Phoenix, the Butcher and the Blade, being going by Eddie Edwards, who's Eddie Edwards was wearing a T-shirt that says "All lives can't matter until Black lives matter," which I thought it looked cool. First is Griff Garrison, Sonny Kiss, Joey Janela, and Brian Pillman Jr. Match happens. It was short, didn't last that long. But they gave Brian Pillman a good show in there, and I remember it was Tony Schiavone that said Air Pillman. So yeah, and Brian Pillman took the loss. I disagree. It should at least be either Griff Garrison taking the pinfall. But whatever. And they announced, Eddie Kingston, kind of promo saying that they're going to be in the casino battle royal. Not Eddie Kingston, but the Butcher, the Blade, and the Lucha Bros. There you go. Cody Rhodes is going to be out um, for some reason, and yeah, obviously because of the beating of the Dark Order. So we get the Dark Order coming out, Evil Uno, and they have the casket out there, and they open the casket, and it looked like it was gonna be a body of Cody Rhodes, but it wasn't. It was actually number 10 of the Dark Order in there, who had the fake that fake tattoo on his neck. Also, we get the Exalted One, Mr. Brody Lee, who's the new AEW TNT champion, coming out with the rest of the Dark Order, including Anna Jay and Boom Boom Cocabana. Or is it Colt Boom Boom Cabana? Whatever. So Brody Lee tells Tony, by the way, Tony Schiavone was going to be interviewing them by force, by the way. Brody Lee told that Tony Schiavone not not too long ago, all the people laughed at the Dark Order and said that while he was in prison, basically talking about WWE, pertains to the non compete clause, because of people like him, and says that they had buried the Nightmare family. No one open, no one. I mean, no more open challenges. No more indie talent getting TV time. Damn. And Brody says, that Anna Jay is now officially the Queen Slayer because she slayed the Queen known as Brandy Rose. Even though I don't see how she's a queen of anything. But whatever. And welcome to Anna Jay, by the way, the newest member of being now officially the newest member of the Dark Order. John Silver gets on the microphone and says, Brody Lee, you're the man and everything, and also Brody slaps him. Basically, became jokes, comedy here of Dark Order that we've been seeing a lot on Being the Elite. Oh yeah, okay, I got mentioned this too, by the way. Bray Lee, was getting "You Deserve" chants from the Dark Order, and then he tells them to shut the hell up. Stop that chant. I agree. The the overuse of "You Deserve" chants, which is started by the WE fans. So Bray Lee says that he's the hottest champion right now, and nobody can do anything about it. Also, I'm gonna get Dustin and QT on coming out to be up on the Dark Order, which didn't last long, by the way, because the numbers game. Scorpio Sky comes out to even to try to even the odds. He gets face to face with Bray Lee, only to get a low blow by Anna Jay, the Queen Slayer. Also, we get Matt Cardona coming out and takes out the Dark Orders henchmen, and that was it. And basically they leave. The Dark Order leaves. Because I guess with Matt Cardona, well, he's jacked to the gilt. By the way, looks great. That was enough of them to to retreat. We get Dasha Gonzalez. She finds Hangman Page, who's at a bar. What else is new? And that's why what he did. Also, Young Bucks confronts Hangman and Page, and then Dasha. I think she may have left, I guess. And then Matt Jackson, he looked like he was trying to crack up. I see myself, oh my god, Matt Jackson, he's not taking this seriously. He, when you're a wrestler, you know, uh, what's it, an actor doing his own stunt, you gotta be an actor. You gotta act seriously in this whole segment, and you're doing this. That's basically what he was doing. Nick Jackson, on the other hand, his acting was brilliant. He was serious. He had a serious look on his face. But Matt Jackson, he was holding his back his laughter. And he takes away the shot glass from Matt Jackson, says you're drunk and everything, and says you want to be out of the elite. This is your way to get be out of the elite. Well, guess what? You're out. And that was it. And then also they send the door. Hammond trying to catch up to him, but the door raised shut. It was too late. It was obviously a broken mirror of it, and basically it's supposed to be show that how Hammond Page is broken. I guess I don't know. He his he I don't know. I don't know if they're still trying to try to turn the Hangman heel. I don't know if that's what they're still going for. I just don't know. Maybe wait and see. Big Swole defeats Shit Baker, who was in a wheelchair, by the way. Reba, no, it's Rebel. And Penelope Ford in a 3-on-1 handicap match that was a waste of time. Garbage. This is what we wasted on this show. Instead of having more tag teams in the gauntlet match, we got this dumbass match on the show, and it was garbage. And yes, the whole thing of Reba, Rebel, who's the assistant of Ship Baker, where she's supposed to be playing an assistant. She's you're not supposed to think of her as a wrestler and everything. It's supposed to be the whole thing with Allie from Impact Wrestling when she was the assistant of Maria Kanellis, was she's not really a wrestler, she's just an assistant and everything. I don't give a fuck. That storyline is fucking garbage. That fucking gimmick is garbage. And this match was garbage. And Shit Baker, obviously she couldn't wrestle in a fucking wheelchair. Now, unless she's cleared to wrestle at All Out, that'll be a different story. Now, unless she was clear, this would have been a different story. No, she was still in a wheelchair. This was a waste of my fucking time. So yeah, Big Swole won. Now, if it's still going to happen at All Out between Big Swole and Shit Baker, I don't know. I don't care. Never liked this feud in the first place. Shit Baker is garbage. Michael Jordan of the women's division, my ass. And on top of that, this may Penelope Ford looked bad. Oh yeah, and Kip Sabian's out there too. Like anyone gives a fuck. Santana Ortiz versus Best Friends for the next AEW show, which is gonna be the Golem show for All Out. On Dynamite. Chris Jericho versus Joy Janela, Private Party, and SCU versus Young Bucks and Jurassic Express. Winner will face each other at All Out. Basically, if Private Party and SCU wins, then they'll face each other at All Out. There you go. By the way, I think Young Bucks and Jurassic Express are going to win, and they'll face each other at All Out. That's what I think is what's going to happen. We go to ringside, by the way, where we see Anna Jay, Evil Uno, and Stu Grayson. They come over to Tay Conte. Tay Conte, who was partners with Anna Jay in the Women's Tag Team Cup tournament. And Anna Jay first it was Evil Uno having the envelope to Tay Conte, and then Anna Jay was there, and then Tay Conte was hugging Anna Jay. So we're supposed to assume that that Tay Conte may have joined the Dark Order. We're supposed to believe that she joined the Dark Order because Anna Jay was there, and Tay Conte, her acting, by the way, was like, I miss seeing you, and Anna Jay took that as so you're, I love, I'm glad you made your decision. Welcome aboard. That's I think in Anna Jay's head, that's what she thought, that Tay Conte thought that Tay Conte joined the Dark Order. Anna Jay's thinking on that in her head. But Tay Conte was still looking confused after they left. And like, but what's this? What's this still? What am I supposed to do with this? So I guess we'll find out on the next episode of AEW Dynamite on the Golem Show of All Out. Because also we get to, by the way, Chris Jericho on commentary. I should say this too, by the way. Chris Jericho on commentary, as always, pure gold, pure entertaining. Matt Hardy versus Sami Guevara in a tables match. And by God, this was a gruesome table match because Matt Hardy went hard on Sami Guevara. Even to a point where Sami Guevara was, I guess, I'm trying to remember how it was done. But Matt Hardy recklessly knocked Sami Guevara out of the ring and hit I guess his head hit the apron. Like, I was scared for Sami Guevara. God, I thought he was gonna die. And Sami Guevara at one point was bleeding, from the head. And I'm assuming that's going to lead to a match at All Out in the first Bloods match, maybe. But we'll see. But yeah, this match was brutal. Matt Hardy was brutal to Sami Guevara. Sami Guevara was doing it back at him. This match, it was a tables match. And then we get the table out that says delete on it. Sami Guevara ends up putting Matt Hardy on the table, which, by the way, a steel chair under the table. That's got to be hard for Matt Hardy too, by the way. So basically, Matt Hardy got deleted by Sami Guevara through that table. So yeah, Sami Guevara wins this main event. I love the main event. Better than that garbage 3-on-1 match that they did. And all of a sudden we hear Sami Guevara. Not Sami Guevara. Also we hear Orange Cassidy's music hitting. Yep, Orange Cassidy's music hit. While we see Sami Guevara on the apron. And also we see from the background Orange Cassidy sprinting like I never saw anyone sprint before. Well, not since Hangman and Page from that football field, which was in the same arena, same venue. So he's sprinting to Chris Jericho, and they're fighting. Guevara's trying to break it up. The referee's trying to break it up. All hell breaking loose. Oh, it was carnage between Cassidy and Jericho. A bad blood feud between these two. That's going to lead to All Out. And that was it. And all I gotta say is, what a show for this edition for AEW Dynamite, the show from August 26, 2020. Alright, folks, before I end this, I gotta give you the total more wrestling that happened on AEW Dynamite from August 26, 2020. There were 8 matches that also included the 4 matches what pertains to the AEW World Tag Team Championship, number contendership gauntlet match that they did. So 8 matches that happened on the show. So if it wasn't for that gauntlet match, it probably would have been 5 matches on the show. So there you go. My overall strength. Oh yeah, my overall strength for the show also as well represents to AEW Dynamite. Again, for the show from August 26, 2020, I'm gonna give it a 10. Should I give it a 10 out of 10? Should I give it 10 out of 10? Well, that one match I hated so much. I don't know. I'm thinking a 10 out of 10. Because we get the crowds back, so it just brings back a very good feeling for AEW. I'm really thinking really hard about this, folks. About it. Should I give it a 10 out of 10? Or maybe a 9 out of 10? Okay, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. So there you go. And that being said, thank you all for watching for It's the Natural Born Thriller. As I say, peace on the streets. For this was your All Elite Wrestling review, where it takes to AEW Dynamite results from August 26, 2020. Until next time, folks, later on in the week, I'll be giving you the All Elite Wrestling review, where it takes to giving you AEW Dynamite results, the Go Home Show edition for AEW All Out. Until then, you'll stay well, stay safe, take care of everything that's going on in the world. Take care of yourself and everything that's going on in the world. Love one another. God bless. Live in peace and harmony. I am out here. Ta-ta for now. By the way, folks, I gotta mention also another thing too. By the way, I kind of screwed up there. I said August 26th, 2020. What I meant to say was August 27th, 2020, where it tends to give you the All Elite Wrestling review of AEW Thursday Night Dynamite results. I apologize. But I also want to say, when it comes to AEW doing their shows on a Thursday night, I thought it was a good show on a Thursday night. Even on their Saturday night shows, even though it was delayed NBA. But it felt a little weird watching it on the Saturday night though. But it still felt pretty good watching the show on the Saturday night as well. For the most parts. After I finish work. But I think it should be for special occasion when they do Saturday nights, AEW Dynamite. Or maybe when we're doing their second show that they were supposed to do, because they were supposed to, unfortunately the pandemic came around, so that all went down hell, and everything changed. But I wouldn't mind them doing a Saturday night AEW show. But what pertains to them, moving from Wednesdays to Thursdays, I think they should do their shows on Thursdays instead of Wednesdays. Because Thursday Night Dynamite has a better ring to it than Wednesday Night Dynamite. Not saying Wednesday night is a bad night for wrestling. Wednesday night is always going to be a good night for wrestling. Leave that for NXT, and let's have AEW Dynamite have Thursday nights. Just saying. That's all I want to say. So, again, thank you for watching, and take care.